I come from Vegreville, Alberta, born and raised there. I worked in Edmonton for 27 years at a packing plant. And then years ago, I joined up with the Vegreville Local, and we're from Zone 2. And I've been going to just about all the assemblies I can arrange to go to. And yes, time has changed a lot since we got started, and it's all for the better. I'm here to talk about the cancer experience I went through, and if I could help somebody else recover through it or stuff. It's can be very scary for people. You don't understand it. You don't know what to expect. And mine came on. I had no pain, but I was mistreated for 2 years with the doctor. He gave me iron for morning and night, which I should have had more examination on why my blood count was so low, why I lost blood somewhere, but they couldn't exactly, why they never pinpointed it until after I had a colonoscopy, and that's where it went. And usually you have to wait months before you have an operation, but mine fortunately ended up really quick. It started by miscommunication from my doctor to the specialist that took the colonoscopy. In 1 week, he never called me, period. So the nurse got excited. She phoned Fort Saskatchewan to the specialist. I had my operation at the Royal Alec, and within 5 days, I had the operation. I went in Friday to see the specialist at the Royal Alec, and when we went home, we had mentioned to him that call anytime, day or night, if there's a cancellation or anything. So on the way out of Edmonton, me and the wife were phoned hours later that I should be at the hospital 7 o'clock Monday morning, which Tuesday was my pre-op. But he took that examination in the afternoon on Friday as a pre-op. So Monday morning at 7 o'clock I was in for my operation. 9 o'clock I had my operation. 5 o'clock I was out of the operating room, and I was operated before I went for my first examination for pre-op. But it was fortunate that's the way it went. Getting back to the diagnose, when we seen the colonoscopy picture, it was a bright red like a balloon, and the guy said it has to come out. So if it has to come out, there was nothing to worry about. You just have to do it and hope. So it went on, and the specialist in Edmonton said that he got it all. He told the wife it was the size of my fist that they removed, and it was on my right side, which was fortunate, because if it was the left side, you would end up with a bag, because your small intestine, that stuff is on your left side. But that part is just a part of operation. And to remove it, a lot of people, you never think of how the operation is done or anything, but mine was cut 2 inches under the belly button, the navel, and around, and 2 inches above. They take your intestines and stomach out on top, and that's where they operate. So that's why he knew he had everything out. The tumor was the size of my fist. So, but I had a complication because of my gallbladder. My intestines healed to the incision. So he had to bypass, he had to cut off below and bring it up and join it from the top, which was successful. And I was in for 6 days in the hospital, and I was back home again. So in February of last year, or of this year, February, the specialist said I don't have to come back to see them for 5 years. So that's a plus, and it's very encouraging and wonderful to hear those words. I have 2 brothers that had prostate cancer. It's over 10 years now for both of them, or 12 years. But early diagnosis and early operation or whatever is the biggest part in cancer patients and stuff. If I would have had 2 years earlier the proper examination and stuff from the family doctor, it would have saved a lot of money and everything else with the early. So the very early examinations is very important to everybody. This is what people need to get on, and once you have them or going for treatments, is always try to be positive. That helps everything going forward. There was lack of follow-up by the family doctor, which he never seen me and didn't even. Now we can talk and say, hey, it was very fortunate, which it was. And anybody that's nowadays that's in treatment or whatever, would be good to have people to come out, like from the Métis office, have people just for visiting, to encourage people with how they're doing and stuff like that, even if it's just to bring them a coffee or whatnot. And it softens the frustration in people, because time alone is very dangerous. If we could have an individual that could be phoned or notified or text or something for more information that's, I wouldn't say personal, but to encourage and help people with their thoughts and stuff, because there's many questions after an operation or during treatments that you cannot get from your doctor because you have to have an appointment and you have to wait 2 weeks or something. But the time that you need an answer is now, not weeks later or hours. Okay, I was fortunate that I told you a little earlier that my operation, the tumor was on the right side. Getting back to this one person, I'm saying that if they could talk to, is to encourage people not to put it off. Get your examinations and stuff, because sometimes your stallment is caused by the healthcare outfit itself. Oh, that can wait 6 months, which first fully find out before you put that 6 months period for waiting. But if early diagnosis could save the health unit, the government, a lot of money before all these 10 or 12 or 14 treatments that they have to be put on healthcare. Well, it helps to understand and get to be with your illness and how to help it along, because being positive is the biggest part of keeping your body functioning, working and moving. Communication, and a lot of times after an operation and stuff, people just feel to be alone, which can be a dangerous part because there isn't positive feelings and stuff. So if you can keep a person healthy and stuff, it's the big part in this part of understanding after the diagnosis of cancer. It's a very important part to stay positive, uplifting. And I was complaining, which I shouldn't have been, but in our house unit in Vegreville, is you cannot phone the doctor's office. You have to either make an appointment or go to emergency after 6 o'clock at night to get any information, period, of what you need. Sometimes you need medication. Sometimes you just need an understanding what you could do a little different to help your situation and stuff. And before, when I was younger, you could phone for a minute or two and have a conversation direct with the doctor, because he was the one that, now you have to look into computers, and getting into computers in the doctor's office is impossible at the time. So time has changed, but I don't know how we can improve it, but I'll leave that to somebody else.